I did. Got to do it at some point. Coach Nico says it's a program principle to get in the cold tubs after practice, so I thought I might as well get it over with.
Does he get in?
You know, he should. He doesn't, but he should. Exactly. Right? I mean, if we have to do it, he should do it. We'll get him at a higher ground, though.
What's the competition been like so far with Brendan and kind of building that rapport with him and going out on the field and competing? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, he's a good quarterback. Played some Indiana last year and has done well in spring ball too. And when you have a competition, like, you have to bring your best every day. There's no day for you to have an off day or anything like that. So I think it's good for the room. Samaj is doing some really good stuff too, and so is Drogosh. I think the coaches are doing a good job handling the reps. It's not an easy thing to do that when there's limited reps, and I think they're doing a good job with it.
What is it you could get out of spring practice?
I think it's great to bring a team together. I think right now it's a total 180 from last year, and it's obviously tough on the coaching staff coming in last year in their first year. They have to get to know everyone. They have to install a playbook. I mean, it's a tall task to do that, and I think this year with spring ball, like last year, spring ball was kind of just getting to know everyone, getting to know the playbook, and this year we can kind of hit it going full speed, and actually the reps are, I feel like it's light years ahead from last year.
What are some tangible differences you noticed from last year for spring ball?
I just think we're more together as a team. I think that's the biggest one. Obviously, I feel like we're doing a lot better on the field performance-wise, but I think the best thing about this is now the locker room, like there's nonstop chatter in there. Guys are always having fun. I think everyone is excited to come out to practice, and it's cool to see, and I feel really good about everything going into the season.
Some of the receivers, you have some new ones though. Your take on some of the new guys?
Yeah, first one that comes to mind is Tony. I feel like he's jumps off the page a couple times, and he's a really good receiver. He's very quarterback friendly. He's a guy that wants to get work in. Like, I get a text message over spring break at like 7 p.m. asking if he can FaceTime me and go over signals. So he's a guy that's going to put in extra work and wants to be good. Tyron Smith, really good player. He's not super tall if you look at the roster or anything, but he plays way bigger than his size. Also a very quarterback friendly guy. And then trying to think if we have any more transfers. I think, is that it for transfers? You guys would know. Yes. But
wouldn't it be wise to be quarterback friendly in general?
What do you say?
I said, wouldn't it be wise to be quarterback friendly in general?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. But Dakari and Kale are some of the early freshmen. They're both very talented. Kale's a burner that can run down the sidelines, and Dakari's a good guy in the slot to have. And I think they're both doing well for being technically seniors in high school.
With the addition of some of the new guys, how is the quarterback room coming together?
I think it's coming together really well. I think as a whole, the staff did a great job of bringing in guys, freshmen and transfer portal, of bringing in good people, and it's easy to gel and get along. Obviously, there's competitions going on around the team, but I think it's a friendly competition, and everyone's trying to make each other better.
How do you balance that? New guy coming in, trying to get the starting job. How do you balance that? Okay, I need to be a teammate, but I want that spot.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I think, as long as you stick to who you are, and all of the guys on the team, like, they're good people, and we're all competitors too, and you're not going to go out there and compete and try to purposely make someone else mess up. Like, you want to get the best out of everyone, because at the end of the day, if you're a guy that should be on this team, then you should want what's best for your team, whether that's you or someone else. So I think that's a big part of it.
So due to your competitive juices, one of the other guys makes a good throw. We've seen Sorsby make some. We've seen Samaj throw some good deep balls. Yeah. It's like, all right, get back out there and give one up.
Definitely, yeah. When you see one guy make a good throw, you definitely want to go out there and make a good throw yourself. And there's also a part of that, like, you don't want to put too much pressure on yourself. See a good guy make a throw, don't go out there and press and try to take a shot that you shouldn't have when you should hit the check down. I think there's a healthy balance to that. But yeah.
What is the new look secondary look? Is it? Yeah. It looks longer.
Yeah.
More athletic. A little bit more challenging than maybe what you faced last year.
Yeah, definitely. I think Coach Veit obviously a totally different defense. I knew him a little bit during recruiting in high school, but like when we played Iowa State last year, they gave us problems, to say the least, with that defense. And it's, like you said, there's length with it too. And when you have length at safeties with that defense that can guard the slots man to man, it makes it a lot harder. And there's a lot of guys in the middle of the field too, so stuff coming over the middle is hard. So you have to rely on your guys to make plays and you make good throws. So it's definitely challenging because there's really no room for error.
One more question.
To change your eye discipline a ton, having that third safety back there. It's got to be challenging.
It is. We've all of us have already thrown some picks on some balls where we can easily complete against the defense we were in last year, just because there's not an extra safety there. It's a little different not having as much of a middle field safety. We don't have to look a guy off as much, but with the stuff underneath especially, you have to make sure you know where the safeties are, and along with the backers.
What's different this season, the spring, as opposed to the fall, from player leadership and camaraderie?
I think we have a relationship now with the coaches. Like, they did their best they possibly could last year developing relationships with us, but it's hard to do that with a 9-month span. Now we've had a whole year together. And then the all-season program that Coach Nico and his staff put together along with Coach Sat was it was very hard, and you guys have already heard that, but it just brought everyone together, competition-wise and togetherness-wise. And I think you can just, like, a lot of the stuff we do in the off-season, some of it's not, like the mat drills and stuff we do, it's not going to make us better football players, but it brings you together more as a team, helps mental toughness, and I think, give hats off to Coach Nico and his staff for doing that, and I think, we're seeing it pay off right now.
All right, you're good, Brady. Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, buddy.